I wanted to spend some time. I thought today we could do a guided meditation, and just to explore a very simple way of meditation, as we have been doing a little bit in the previous satsang. And any direct form of meditation is to, by whichever method, to focus on that part of us that isn't moving or changing, a part of us that isn't visible or shouting for our attention. So when we're putting attention on what is real about us, what is real about everything, about what reality actually is, then we're going to feel more calm. We're going to feel more centered, more balanced. We're going to feel perhaps a deeper relaxation than we thought was possible within the body. And it really comes down to a very simple technique that our attention is either on objects, things that are moving, changing, becoming, coming and going. And these can include thoughts, of course, and emotions, experiences, everything going on in our body, sensations, that type of thing. And the world in general is full of what looks like objects. Or our attention can rest upon, through cultivating a new habit, which is what the most direct form of meditation is, on that which is usually in the background and largely ignored, for want of knowing how to recognize it. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're just going to do a really simple technique, which you can do with your eyes open or closed. It really doesn't make any difference. Just sitting comfortably, and we'll meditate for 20-25 minutes. I'll guide us through it as we go. So it's a very simple technique, just to notice the space around you, notice the space in the room, notice the space the room is sitting in. To do that, you naturally have to use a different faculty to using your eyes and your ears and your mind, because you can't see the space that's here in the room. The formless space doesn't have any shape, doesn't have any quality that you can use your senses to perceive. It's not coming and going, it's not changing, and it's not never going to shout for your attention. And naturally our attention goes to the things that are moving and changing within it. So your body, your thoughts, these words, whatever is moving and changing and becoming and coming and going in your experience is going to grab attention by habit only. So we're changing this habit in meditation and just putting our attention on that which is constant and in the background. And with that, when we practice this regularly, a little bit each day, then we can come to a profound sense of peace. And at some point, without realizing, without doing anything special that day, your attention kind of forgets how to go automatically to thoughts. Thoughts may still be there, but they're just thoughts. They're not my thoughts. They're not affecting me. I'm not experiencing them as if they're real. They're no different than the table and the chair in the room that I'm sitting in. They're just objects coming and going. So if you want to follow on with this meditation and to join in, just get yourself in a nice, comfy position. And with your eyes open or closed, literally just going to notice the space in the room, space around your body, wherever your body is sitting right now. There is naturally space around it, space in the room, empty space in the room that you're sitting in. And a simple thing, just to put attention on that empty space. How to do that? Just to know it's here. That you're not seeing it with your eyes, but you're recognizing it in some other way. Very simple thing, that there is a field, a spaciousness, an emptiness where there is no objects, there is just space. And this really is the simplest and most direct meditation. And it's simply to keep noticing that space, that field in which all these objects are appearing. The field has to be here first, the spaciousness, for these objects to appear in, including your body, including your thoughts. And we're just cultivating a new habit in meditation to pay attention to that spacious field first, by default. It's as simple as putting attention on that field, that spaciousness. It's not going to feel like anything amazing. It's not going to be angels singing when we notice it. There's just a recognition that there is something else to perceive in your experience other than the coming and goingness. It may even seem to our mind irrelevant and pointless to put attention on this because it's not getting us anywhere. But just see how it feels when your attention goes to this spaciousness, this field. And of course, every human being, our attention is going to wander back to something arising in the field. So we'll be noticing that spaciousness, that empty field. And then at some point, attention will go back to noticing thoughts or a sense of restlessness or some emotion or a sound in your environment or a sensation in your body. And we don't have to try to stop that. We don't have to force anything with this meditation. Just when you notice that your attention, that you're looking at objects, thoughts, emotions again, then just simply bring attention back to the field. It's enough to do this very simple thing consistently. Just recognizing that there is a vast empty spaciousness which your body is appearing, in which the chair or whatever you're sitting on is appearing, the room itself you're in is appearing. All these things appear in this spaciousness. We don't need to call it anything in particular. I'm calling it spaciousness, I'm calling it field. It really doesn't matter. Just cultivating a habit to put some attention on that. We can't see it with our eyes. It's never going to jump and shout for our attention. It's not moving, it's not doing anything exciting. But just to bring attention to it. The more that we do this, the more our body will begin to feel a sense of relaxation. And the more that we do this consistently, the more our mind will begin to slow down by itself. Simply by putting attention on that which doesn't have any shape or quality, that our mind can't compare against something else, that we're not necessarily fueling the mind anymore. It may still be thinking and it's fine. We're not pushing against anything here, we're just choosing deliberately where to place attention on that field in which the room, the objects, your thoughts, your emotions are arising in. Just a simple thing. Spending just a few moments recognizing that spaciousness, that field that isn't a thing yet, in which things arise, appear to arise and disappear. Inherently, the field is silent, unchanging. It's not traveling anywhere, it's not becoming anything, it's not letting go. It's not even trying to wake up. It's just here. And it's enough to bring our attention back to it when it wanders away, when it gets hypnotized by the thingness of thoughts and emotions and experiences, sensations. There isn't anything else that we could do with our time that is more valuable than this very simple thing. Choosing to pay attention to that silent field. Choosing again and again until that becomes automatic, until that becomes habitual. Meditation simply becomes a choice to look at that which is real and stable, permanent, secure, already inherently peaceful. There is a quietness about the field, about the spaciousness, a kind of rest. We're not trying to define the field or analyze it, because our attention would be back on thoughts then. Just noticing, recognizing it's here. An inner seeing, a sensing of the field. Can't feel it against our skin, but we know it's here. It doesn't smell or taste like anything, but it must be here first, before anything can appear. It's not moving or changing. It just is. And if your attention has wandered to a nice state, or a feeling in the body, or some emotion arising, simply bring it back to the field. Perhaps you begin to notice that the more you bring attention back to the field, spaciousness, the nicer your body begins to feel. The more everything just begins to slow down, relax. Just a very simple thing now. We can either be paying attention to the field itself or to objects arising in it, but not both at the same time. That when we begin to pay attention to the field, to that spacious quiet. You might start to have a sense that we've been looking for this for a very long time. Just a different kind of looking, not with our eyes, not with our mind, just a noticing. The spacious field has to be here before anything can appear in it. It's not coming or going. It doesn't begin or end. It's constant, unchanging and effortlessly present, continuously. It is the most reliable, stable thing about our experience. When we pay attention to the field, we begin to take on its qualities: quietness, calmness, relaxation. When we pay attention to mind instead, we take on its qualities: restlessness, changing, becoming, moving, striving. So we're simply making a choice to pay attention to that which is already still, already quiet. Already doesn't need anything at all. Just the spaciousness. That not a thing yetness. Just simply bringing attention to that which isn't changing. It's constantly in the background, maybe never been noticed before. Or maybe noticed and forgotten. From time to time, just checking where your attention is. Is it on the objects of thoughts? Or is it on the spacious field itself? In that field, thoughts may arise, disappear. Sensations may come and go. Noises may occur inside, outside. We're just being like the field itself, just allowing all that moves to move, all that changes to change. Just simply keeping Putting attention back gently on that spacious field itself. Meditation becomes a beautifully simple thing. Just to put attention for a little while on that which has no shape, has no quality, no colour. It's not appearing or disappearing. It's not becoming. It's just here. There isn't anything else we need to do. Just allowing yourself to enjoy how it feels, to put attention on that which is stable and unchanging. That your body and your mind and your emotions and even your world just naturally enjoys living from that which is stable and unchanging. The field itself is already completely still. Even when a thought moves inside the field, or an emotion surges, the field itself is undisturbed. Simply the more we put attention on that field, the more we begin to live like it, experience like the field experiences. We can either experience life as a someone, an object arising in the field, or we can experience life as the field, and we get to choose in every moment simply by where our attention is. Any time that we feel that we're suffering, it's simply that attention has wandered back to the thingness inside the field. We don't even have to get rid of thoughts or emotions or stop everything from changing. Just allow it to be. Simply put attention on the spaciousness itself. While attention is on the field, your body and mind, your life is going to be experiencing this healing presence, this energy that comes from the field. And naturally, our life will begin to rearrange itself to its best possible appearance, without us doing anything at all. Simply just by placing attention on the field. As always, the simplest things are the most effective, the most powerful, and the most enjoyable. In a moment, we will be bringing this guided meditation to a close. But I hope you have seen that meditation in its simplest form doesn't have to be something we do with our eyes closed when we're seated and alone in a quiet place. You may begin like that, but as you enjoy how this feels, as you relax into your own spaciousness, a quiet dimension of your being, it's natural that you would want to notice it more and more as you move throughout your day, as you're talking and walking, interacting and living out your life. So I would encourage you, if you've enjoyed this, to notice the field at random moments during the day. See if you can notice it with your eyes open. When someone's speaking, when you're talking, when your body's moving. Just a simple thing to notice the spaciousness that envelops all things, subtle and gross. That field is not limited by anything at all. The field never comes to an end. It's infinite in size and dimension. Always present. And very simply noticed.